Hi guys, this is Maria Lillepruun from Tallinn, Estonia. I'm one of the mixed media place designers. I'm also stuck at home like many of you. So today I decided to talk to you about different small forms in our beloved field of scrapbooking and mixed media. And I will also show you my extensive ATC collection. So let's switch to my table now. So here we are. Here is some selection of ATC cards, which I just laid on my table. This is a very small part of what I have. My collection is about 170 cards at the moment, which I collected from different scrapbooking and mixed media artists from around the world. I've personally made over, I don't know how many actually, but definitely over 200 different ATCs, that might be about I don't even know how many sets it is, because sometimes I usually make free ATC sets of 3 to 5 cards, but I've also made some sets of 9 cards, I think, and that might be difficult to count how many sets I've made over the years. I don't keep any cards myself, which I make. I know many artists who make artist trading cards. They swap their cards with other people, but they keep one of each set for themselves. I don't do it because I like when my cards travel the world, when they live at other people's houses. So I don't really keep anything for myself, but I like the cards from other people, which I get so much inspiration from them. If you are new to ATCs, then I should say that ATC card, actually it's not right to say, it's an artist trading card, AT card. It's a small card, handmade card. The size should be 64.89 millimeters, or it's 2.5 per 3.5 inches, and it's actually a size of a playing card. The ATCs have been quite popular, have been around since 1990s, and they are basically small artworks by an artist, and they are like visit cards. They are handmade, each is different, and they contain information about the artist. And artists swap them with each other. They can be given as a gift. They should not be sold, actually. And it's quite a great hobby, actually. I came to this after post-crossing. I used to do post-crossing. I have lots of postcards stored somewhere, but right now I think that handmade cards are much more interesting, so I collect them now. And today I will show you some of my collection, the ones which I like the most, the ones that have been made by my friends. And we will also speak about some theory about small forms in scrapbooking, because ATC is only one of them. It's, let's say, it's the most popular small form, but there are also artist trading coins. There are also inches, twinches, rinches, there are tags, there are scrap links. I think we should name them all, and I will show some examples of them all. Also, not to forget the freeform ATCs, which are so popular at the moment. But first of all, let's talk about the regular ATCs, and they are supposed to be this size, because there have been, probably there are now also, but I've never had this. There are special albums with the pockets where you can fit this size of card, and that's why the ATCs are quite often flat like this, because it can be fit into the pocket. They can be made of paper. They can be made any kind of painting on them. Absolutely any technique is allowed, actually, but if they are flat, they fit into the pocket. I am maximalist in art, and I don't do flat ATCs. I usually do them quite voluminous, so my cards don't fit in the pocket, and also the ones I've collected from around the world, they don't fit into any pockets mainly, so I keep them in a large box, and it's already so filled that I have to find a better box actually. I think I should take example from my friend Anastasia Elena, who showed you her ATC collection last week, and make a special, very beautiful box for my cards. So here we go. Let's see another set of the cards that I have. Voila! The ATC selection on my table has changed. I've put some other cards in front of me. I'm really sad I cannot talk about all of them because each and every one is really special. They are all made with love by their makers, and some of them traveled quite a long way to reach me. Some of them have been lost for months at the post offices, but they still reached me. Unfortunately, I've made definitely much more cards that I've received back from people I've sent my cards to. Sometimes my cards got lost and I had to send another one for the person. Sometimes I just did not receive any ATCs back when I spoke to somebody. It also happens, but this kind of little disappointments don't really bring me down much, because I'm sure my art is somewhere on its way and it will find its new owner one day. And here I found some cards which I have at home, which I have made before and have not sent out, because I think it's like this, because I used to have live workshops with my students where I taught different mixed media techniques, and we practiced on small ATCs, and everybody made one steampunk and one glamorous chic light card with flowers. So I kept these examples, and I also have some new, relatively new ATCs which I made for Lindy's Gang, I think, yes. And I actually have a live a video tutorial about these on my YouTube channel. These happy, colorful bunnies just in time for Easter. What do you think? So these ones have not found their new owners yet, and I will be more than happy to exchange, to swap with you if you love ATCs as I do. And if you have any already waiting for to be sent to me, then just contact me. And these 4 cards are really free for swap. They are quite voluminous, as you see, as I like, and they are quite uplifting, I think, and maybe just right in time. Of course, I don't know about the postal conditions at the moment. Maybe they will not reach you by Easter, but sometime in the summer, why not? So just let me know if you want to swap. So here are some more cards. I will not stop on all of these one by one, but I just have to mention that these cards here have been made by my talented students in Estonia. Estonian girls, hello! Tere tere kõigile, need on teie kaardid. I am pretty happy that I could have exchanged the cards which girls made either on my workshops or after them at home. So there are quite beautiful ones, as you see, one by Aire and another one by Eve, for example, and I'm really happy that I have a piece of my students at home with me. This one is by Airike. Beautiful, beautiful things. Some cards are actually pretty creative. You can see this one with shaker. I think I have to show this closer. This one is from Tatiana Tokareva. This is cool. This is a very interesting school theme doodling on the card. So let's see some other very curious cards closer. One more selection of cards on my table. I want to stop a bit closer on these beauties because they're quite different, and I will just show you different techniques you can make on the artist trading card. You can see that it can be absolutely anything. It can be paper, it can be textile, it can be acetate, and let's just see closer. I will also name the authors probably because it might be pleasant for them. And because also these cards are by people I really love or admire, or just have had a lucky chance to meet. This is a really rich mixed media card by Sofia Dobonosova from Russia. Here is one pop-up ATC. What? Can you imagine? A small book, pop-up book, but it's in the size of ATC. This is, I think it is by Ksenia from Russia also. One more beautiful card, which is made like a window. So it's a window, and behind it there is a room. And this is a card from Maria Shevtsova. This is really curious. Another one of similar construction is this one. This is actually a shaker, but it's the size of ATC, and it's a really beautiful winter landscape back there behind the window. This one is from Elena Andrushina. I really encourage all the artists to write down their full names, not only nicknames on the back side of the card. Some only write nicknames, and in times I just tend to forget what was the person's real name, and it's important, I think. So let's see next. A very, very rich mixed media texture, kind of grungy, rusty ATC by Lena Grigorieva. This is some kind of Salvador Dali-ish art in here. I'll see, maybe I have to move the lamp, maybe move it here, because it's actually night right now. I am talking to you at night because in daytime it's just impossible. The kids are at home, and the quarantine, and it's just too much noise. So we have to deal with the light which I have right now. Check this out. This is a very nice card made of textile, and actually soft. It's like a pillow. And this one is by Ovcharenko Natalia, and it's a really nice, cute eco style card. The master of eco style is Veronika Saprykina, and I have her tiny masterpiece in here. She is from Russia also, and she makes cards with natural materials, with incorporated dried flowers, and these are really stunning. So let's move on. One more card here. Follow Your Dreams. This card was made by Tushalech. I'm really happy to have her card in my collection. Thank you, Tusha. The next one is also flat, but this is a different kind. This is the incorporation of the image. Image transfer, I think it should be named like this. And this one is by Marina Kovalenko. She is a great ATC artist. She has made very many art and trading cards. Another one, really curious card. You see, here is here's textile. Here is like a rich texture made with art stones and micro beads. And I'm not sure if you can see the game of the light here inside. It's like marbling. It's really beautiful. This card is by Elena Sergeyevna. Great. There is no surname, only name. Yes, this is actually something I don't like. I tend to write all my personal details on the back side of the card. I think it's really important. One more very beautiful card. This is a scrapbooking card made of scraps and some puzzles and some epoxy stickers, and this one is by Tatiana Lysenko from Ukraine, and you can see how she made the back side. She made the pocket and put inside her visit card, and this is just genius. I think it's really beautiful, and it's really interesting way to put your signature on the back side. Another really simple card, but it's really free. You can sense the artist's free movement in here, and I'm not sure why, but I really love it. I think it speaks to me. And this one is by Yanka Mambuya. I also have this multi-layered card in my collection, made of different scrapbooking cards, and this one is by Alexandra Moraine, and this is really beautiful. Also another curious card by Martina Stoicheva. This one is by a renowned artist. I'm sure that many of you have heard of her. This is Elena Morgun from Ukraine. This is cool, don't you think? This is not a shaker, but it's a dried flour, just put between two sheets of acetate and made a frame, and it's like it's transparent. So this is really cool decision, and this is by Solonenko Elena. I really like it. Another one, really curious fairy tale-ish card by Sadomskaya Tatiana. And card I have to show you too, of course. This is something simple but really stylish. It's really homey and cozy. And this one is made by Nadezhda Khmelevskaya, who is a big guru of mine. Her artistic name is Smila, and she is really a stunning mixed media artist. Let's see next. A really curious, cheerful card by Sweet Olga Giraeva from Moscow. Now this is really beautiful. This is also low texture, but it's just so rich. There is some crackles, here is embossing, here is some wood imitation, and also a live dried plant in here, and this is just beautiful. This is by Victoria Sokolovskaya, a good friend of mine from Belarus. Also, I have quite several cards like these. I have to show you both of these. Rich mixed media texture and some inspirational pictures taken from movies. I think it's quite a beloved topic for mixed media artists. And these two are by Stepanova Galina and Marina Vorobyova. And these are charming. Also very, very beautiful mixed media coloring, mixed media card with beautiful coloring, and this one is by Anastasia Amur. This is a charming little card by my friend Jova Dolci from Italy. Jova, my heart aches for the region you are right now in. Jova is from Bergamo, actually, the really struck region. So let's just all pray for her family. She is safe, she is good, but the things going on around her are really scary at the moment. So I'm really hoping that she at least finds some time at home for her beloved card making. She is a really good ATC master. She does ATCs a lot. One more curious card by Free Sense, only just nickname, but this is curious because you can see there are some sewing done on the card, and it actually plays a big role in the decoration. So if you like to sew, then incorporate it definitely in your ATCs. A beautiful Halloweenish card by Irina Rakovets. Now this is really cheerful. This is from New Year's time, from the festive period. This is by Olga Nika. Okay, let's see next. One more interesting card. It might look just like wooden beams and some snail running, crawling on them, but it's actually full of grass in here. I'm not sure if you can see, but this kind of mold and grass and everything nicely glued, so it looks like really natural. So I love this natural texture on a small card. That's really curious. It's made by Nadine Olejnik. Yes, she is also a great mixed media artist. A very nice, delicate card, and it's some paint, some texture, and just some colored stamp on top, and it looks so stunning. This is by Predejna Victoria. Here is one more card which I really like. This one is by Yulia Rudaya. She is a cool conceptual artist, and this is really stylish, I think, really elegant. One more card with butterflies, simpler but also very charming. This is one by Ingrid Kristina Vichova from England. And here is one cheerful, a bit childish, but the background is stunning. It's made with foil, with metal foil. Yes, this is by Yulia Chernoberezhskaya from St. Petersburg. With a wild boar, really striking mixed media card by Asenyova Ekaterina. This is really beautiful. I really like it. It's like candy. It's all covered with glossy glue, I think, a glossy accent, and it's really like a lollipop. And this one is by Sidorova Oksana. Stunning card. Oh, these two, we've reached the end. These two are by my friend Nora Pompila from Peru. You can say that it's from Peru, right? So I have a little bit of Peru in my house too. Thank you, Nora. They are stunning too. Here is a new portion of some really striking cards by my friends and by some artists I really like. For example, this one is by a renowned artist, Extravaganza. I think her real name is Ekaterina, but I think she would really have to, she could really write her full name in here. And this is a small masterpiece. This card is by my dearest friend Inna Bronnikova, and it came to me straight from Siberia. She used to live in there back then. This is almost true emerald. This is really luxurious. This card is by Daria Boldareva. She is known for her fairy tale-ish works, and she also obviously incorporates some kind of fairies and other story characters in her works, and this is really interesting. Now this is, just check it out. This is a stunner. Game of Thrones, right? Cersei. And this card is by Yana Belenkova, and she just rocked it. she had the full set of different Game of Thrones characters depicted. So here is Cersei on the Iron Throne, and there have been all other characters, but I just managed to get this one, and I'm super happy because Cersei was a very interesting character in the movie, right? I have some cards here by my friends as well. These cuties are by Elena Martinova. And I don't really exchange several cards with the same person. Maybe just two the most, but with the friends I exchange more often, and I really love everything that they create. These 4 cards are by Svetlana Lipnitskaya from Belarus. Her 2 upper ones are with really full-size mushrooms. They just rock, right? This is just amazing. And these 2 are little gems. And these 4 cards are by Anastasia Elena, and they are all very different. You see, this is natural style, and this one is like really expressive painting. It's totally flat. But then again, this one is just a glamorous mushroom under the snow. And this is what's happening below the mushroom. And this is just, I don't know, the explosion of fantasy. And this is a beautiful card by Anastasia, which she made some time ago, and I was totally stunned by this because you just have the fantasy to create this thing. This is a door, and there is a garden coming inside your house from that door, and this is just something incredible. We also like freeform ATCs with girls. I'm sure some of you have noticed the freeform ATC hops that me and these girls we organized just recently, and maybe some of you already participated. So what is freeform? Freeform ATC is just a small artwork by artists, just like this, but it is not of this strict ATC size, right? Freeform ATC can be just anything, any size. Let's just see some which I have. So here are my freeform ATCs. I don't have many because I think this concept is quite new at the moment, but it's getting more and more attention from different artists, and it's definitely worth trying. These are my recent freeform ATCs from the House Hop, which we just organized a week ago on Instagram, and they already found their owners. They're going away soon. But you can see they are made in the form of castle. I also have other ones from my friends and from just other artists I exchanged during our last freeform ATC Hope half a year ago. This one is by Olga Ravenskaya. This is just a stunning vintage. This one I also like very much. This is by Ksenia Pivkina. A heart-shaped, beautiful ATC by Elena Martinova. And a house-shaped by Svetlana Lipnitskaya. You can see people just decorate the backside any way that they like it. Cover it with gesso and write on it. Cover it with scrap paper and just write on it. Or even print out a special form, which is what I usually do myself, but just fill the blanks for every card. You should put on the set name, the card number in the set, the date more or less when it was made, and then the artist contact. Here are some other cuties. Charming, this kind of witchy shelf by Yulia Pospelova. So here is a beautiful window, also transparent, you can see through, by Yulia Tirskaya. And this is by Anastasia Elena. And also some other charming freeform ATCs. This one is really cool. This is by Yulia Nikitina, and it is made in acrylic pour technique, and it's actually a coaster for a glass, I think, but it's been made into a art piece. I think this kind of ATCs, even if you don't do ATCs on a regular basis and you don't exchange them, then this kind of small, tiny arts are just amazing as magnets. You can just put a magnet on the backside and give it as a gift to your friend. I actually do it quite regularly, like this. So the friends put my tiny pieces on the fridges, and I'm always with them. Another popular small form in scrapbooking is also called ATC, but it's actually artist trading coin. And what is this? This is a small card, handmade card, just like the previous ones I showed you, but it's of the specific size. The size is 6.25 centimeters in diameter. I will have to check what it's in inches. I will just write it here in the subtitles. I don't really have many. These three have been made by me. And actually this one is also from a set which I made a tutorial on. You can check it on my YouTube. And I just have only one ATC coin from Anna Lemsma from Holland, and it came to me in a special nice pocket like this, also handmade, and it's really curious. I think it's hand drawn, and it's just cool. Really nice. Now let's talk about other forms in scrapbooking. I don't have real examples for you to show you because I've never collected these forms, but I just let you know that there are different smaller forms that people also make and exchange and collect. Maybe it's not so much in trend anymore, but for quite some time ago it was popular to make inches, for example. Inchy is a small square, inch by inch, and it's actually 2.54 centimeters one side, and it can also be decorated in any kind of technique, and this is really curious to make something cool on this small size. But if you make them, many of them, or just collect different inches, then they can be put together as a puzzle, as a mosaic, and create a nice collection. And they don't take much space, really, that's for sure. That's a cool thing to collect. If inchy is not your cup of tea, then maybe you want something bigger. Then there is twinchy. This kind of size has also been in fashion for some time, quite some time ago actually. And twinchy is 4 inches to put together. So it's 2 inches one side, 2 inches other side, like this. In centimeters it's 5.5 centimeters, and this is already quite normal size for something miniature to be created on it. Why not? They can be also put together as a mosaic, different inches. If the inch is too big for you and inch is too small, just pick betweenchy. This is a real thing actually. There is such a thing as betweenchy, and it's just a size in between. So there is also rinchy. Like for ATC there is a ATC coin. So for inchy. There is a inchy, a smaller, rounder inchy, like this one, and it's really like a button. But you can also decorate it in some way and just create a collection of these small, tiny buttons. This is looking really cute. There is also 3 inchy. 3 inchy is a triple inchy. Triple inchy. Logical. This is a bigger size than all the previous ones, and you can really make something cool on this base. Why not? Oh, there is also a matchbox. I'm sorry. Probably you've seen these things around. I don't make them myself, but they are really cute. If you take a small matchbox and decorate it in a different way and just give it to a friend, a scrapbooking friend, to a crafty friend, just fill this matchbox with many small, different, nice crafty items, materials, and this would be a nice thing to exchange. Also, some people exchange matchbox. They decorate ready ones, or they create the matchboxes themselves out of cardstock. This is also a curious hobby. Why not? Now, there are also tags. Mixed media artists practice their techniques on tags and show these things around YouTube in a very multiple ways. Tags can be of any size, of course. These are the sizes I use. I like this ready-made tag base, but also this one is really good size. I don't like it to be really smaller because I just don't have any space, to show myself, to express myself in it. I like the big tags, but some people also make smaller tags, like this one, for example. So anything like this is a tag. I also exchange tags in exchange for a ATC, or I don't know. I'm really not picky. I can exchange multiple forms of scrapbooking, and I don't mind. It's as long as I love the creation of the person, and as long as I maybe have not heard this person's creation in my collection before. So if a person does not make ATCs, I ask them for a tag and we can exchange. Just like I might send a magnet back, for example. Why not? I think everything is allowed. So here are some tags which I got from other people, and I want to show you this one. This is made of plastic. It's like a plastic pocket, but inside there are real plants, and on the top of it there are some mixed media elements and some flowers, and this one has been made by Inna Bronnikova, as well as this one. This one is made on jeans fabric. This one was made by Marina Seskova. And some others from the people I really admire, from Vera Creative from Hungary. You can see she also put her details on the back side, just as ATC. So this is a really proper things to do. I think I am almost done right now, but there is just one more very curious scrapbooking form I want to show you. Now, these little stunners are called scraplings. Little scraplings. They are actually small cards, because they all can be opened like this, and they can just stay on table independently like this. So this is a specific size in scrapping. I will write down here in subtitles the specific specifications of the size. and it always should have two sides, like a card. It should be opened, and you can write here down whatever you like, and then just give it to a friend or exchange. Why not? So it's a substitution for a bigger card, and also it's quite a challenge for an artist to create something on this small space, and it's really long rectangular, but there is no much space to put anything on it, and still people manage to make some small masterpieces out of this stripes of paper, actually. So this is something to a perfect scrapbooking form to utilize your pattern paper scraps, leftovers, why not? So I have some different scraplings from different people, from Lina Bolinka, for example. This one is on acetate, and this is and this has no name on it. I'm so sorry, people just don't write names. These have been made by me, this one, and this one, and also this one. And this is a hit, really. Since then, when I first tried this kind of form of scrapbooking, I've been making them a lot because my kids just love them. This is a perfect size of a card for a kid's birthday present, to put inside the birthday present. Kids don't really, I noticed they don't really admire big cards as we do, but they like smaller things, cute things, that can stand, that can be interacted with. So these scrapbooks are the best birthday cards for children. So I think I will stop right now here, because it's already quite a long time and it's deep night at where I live. So I hope it was somehow useful, or maybe just interesting for you to learn about different forms, smaller forms in scrapbooking. And I just encourage you to create as much as you can during these days, even especially if you are staying at home. If you are staying at home with your children, then it might be quite exhausting. So just create during the daytime with them, and at night take it half an hour for yourself, and then go to sleep, just like I will do right now. It was Maria Lillepruun with you today. Stay safe, stay at home if possible, and just stay positive. This is really important. Bye bye.